Hello everyone, welcome back to Tapes of the Dead. So I've had the Poughkeepsie tapes on my watch list for quite a while now. I've always heard it like hyped up as supposed to be the most disturbing found footage film ever made. It's super creepy and all of that. I gotta admit, it was pretty creepy. So a few days ago, I decided I'm finally gonna watch this movie. A few days passed, waited until my sister was finally home, and we watched it together around midnight. All the lights were off, we had some popcorn going and everything, and I just gotta say, I really enjoyed this movie. So the film is about this killer, and he leaves behind around 2,500 tapes, I believe it is. They say in the movie it's over 400 hours of footage, and about 3/4 of the footage is all about one victim, his main victim, which we'll see later in the film. And as the film progresses, it's mainly about that one victim. And it's intercut, the found footage, with all of this police investigation type of stuff. And honestly, I thought that was the worst part, was all of these police officers trying to explain the murders, saying how awful everything is. I think pretty much every person that they get to portray, a police officer or an investigator or whatever, all they can say is, oh, what he did was so awful. And they don't really show it a whole lot, or they don't really describe it in great detail, which I think honestly is probably my biggest gripe with the film. I get, like, it's kind of like, you know, they don't want to show it, leave it up to your imagination. I get that, but at the same time, they could have gone a little further with it. But what we do get in the found footage parts, I gotta say, is really effective. It's got a lot of film grain on it, it's got wobbles, the color is all off, and it looks really dated, because this is supposed to take place in, I believe it's 1994, they say. Or at least that's one of the years they mentioned in the film. And I believed it. It looked pretty effective. Now there is a few parts of the film which have things which I've never really seen in any other film, like the scene right now behind me, where he'll just abduct little kids right on film. Like, you don't see him on camera bash the girl over the head, but you can hear the noise and just the like implications and everything are very effective and very creepy. And I can see why people are calling this the most disturbed found footage film ever made. And that's another thing. I don't usually like found footage films, but this one I actually enjoyed, and it really was like, you know, pulling me into the film as I was watching it. I don't know if the director of this film has done anything else like it, or anything else in general. I didn't really look anything up about this film afterwards. I just watched it last night, and I just woke up a little bit ago, and I just decided I wanted to talk about this movie, and that's why I'm filming this right now. So I actually kind of want to look into what he's done and see if he's done anything else that's just as creepy as this. Now this film was filmed in about 2007, but I heard, like, the little bit that I did look up, that apparently it wasn't released for years for some reason. So I don't know what that's about, but this is definitely like an interesting film to kind of dig into and look into the history of and all of that. Another big thing this movie has going for it is the soundtrack. Now it's not used a lot, but when it is, especially in the found footage parts, it's very effective and it's very creepy. Like, I don't hear a lot of soundtracks that'll actually give me the creeps without a lot of whole stuff on the screen going on that's actually creepy. Like, there's a phrase that the master makes the slave say where it's like, you are the master, I am the slave, sir. And they actually later in the film remix that into the soundtrack. I think it's super effective and it's just great. So yeah, I would highly recommend this movie. Even if you're not a big fan of found footage films, or maybe you get creeped out a little bit, or you're squeamish with a lot of creepy things, I would say just give it a chance and check it out. It's a very effective film. It's one of the most unique found footage films I've kind of seen. A lot of the found footage films, it's all about, you know, paranormal and that kind of shit. But this is more of like in line with the snuff type stuff, you know, almost August Underground. I wish maybe it would have even gone extreme as August Underground, but with this kind of, you know, content or thematic elements. So yeah, that's all I really got to say. I've been really looking forward to finally checking this movie out. I checked it out last night and I really enjoyed it and wanted to share my opinions and thoughts with you guys. So if you guys have seen this movie, let me know what you thought of it down below in the comments. And if you like, subscribe. I got more planned videos. I'm writing up scripts and whatnot, looking into the movies, trying to, you know, make them really detailed videos. So if you want to see more of this type of stuff, subscribe, hit the bell, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.